Good morning, everyone in Australia, Mongolia, and good afternoon in evening. Good evening in Europe, and good afternoon in Canada and the States, and Mexico and Brazil, everywhere. Welcome to the YouTube today's teaching and practice. So first, I would like to chant Lama Tsongkhapa mantra, Mikzema. Meg me se ve de chen chen de se, te me chen be, wang bo jan be, de bon ma lu jom de sang we da, kan jin ke be, so jin, I need this one. Zong kam lo zan da be sham la so an de meg me ze te chen chen re ze te men chen be wan bon jam be ya de bon ma le Jom ze sang we da an jin ke e zu jin zong ka ba lo zan da be sha la so an de meg me se ve de chen chen re zi te me chen be wang bon jan be ya de bon ma le jom ze sang we da dan jin ke be so jin zong ka ba lo zan da be shab la so an de meg me ze te chen chen re zi te me chen be wan bon jan be ya de bon ma le jom ze sang we da dan jin ke be zu jin zong ka ba lo zan da be shab la so de. Yesterday, I gave empowerment initiation of Prajnapararmita. I think everybody who's here, I assume most of people here, most of them here who were there yesterday at the initiation. I know a couple of people, some people missed the initiation. Some people had some issue with the internet, the Zoom, what they called event, right? So there was some issue there, and they missed the initiation. So today, I would like to give the mantra Lung of Prajnapararmita. Those who missed the initiation yesterday, I am unable to give initiation again today, but I'd like to give the mantra, offer the mantra to you. So that would be good. That means you are then qualified to do Prajnapararmita mantra, also Prajnapararmita Sadhana. And I also thought, since most people received the Prajnapararmita initiation yesterday, today we will do sadhana practice, go through the sadhana. I think it would be very helpful because you are, some of you wondering, how do I do the sadhana now, right? Some people are new, even though people who have received initiations in the past, it will be helpful for them to learn and go through the sadhana with a master or with a lama. So we will do the sadhana, and those of you receive the initiation and you have the sadhana, please have the sadhana in front of you. At the moment, I will give the lung first, the mantra. So lung means transmission. Lung is a Tibetan word, which means transmission. So you have to repeat mantra after me. So when you repeat the mantra after me, you imagine Prajnapararmita is with me. In other words, Lama and the Prajnapararmita as one. Lama who's giving the mantra of Prajnapararmita to you is Lama is Prajnapararmita. Prajnapararmita is golden colored. She has one face, 4 arms, sitting on the lotus and moon cushion, and she has 4 arms. First right hand is holding a vajra, and 9 spokes vajra, and first left hand she is holding Prajnaparamita text on the first left hand. And then second 2 hands are in the mudra of meditative echo pose. She wears beautiful silk dresses and jewel ornaments. She's golden colored. And she has long hair with a top knot and the rest of the hair hanging behind her. And she has 5 crown ornaments. She's wearing jewelry, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets, and so forth. And so perfection of wisdom, Prajnaparamita appeared as a beautiful female Buddha. Here I am holding the image of Prajnaparamita in my hand, as you see here. This is Prajnaparamita. As you see here, she's got one face, 4 arms, right hand holding dorje, vajra, and left hand holding text. Then the second 2 hands are in the mudra of meditative eka pose. And she's wearing beautiful silk dresses, jewel ornaments, sitting on the lotus and moon cushion, golden colored. Okay, so that's her. And so you now first we take refuge, and then I take refuge. Then we do short mandala offering. Then you take refuge. You repeat the mantra after me, receiving the transmission. Sanje chodan soje chonamla chancho bado dane jasonje dage jin soje be sonamanji dola benjira sanje ndobare jo sanje chodan soje chonamla chancho bado dane jasonje dage jin soje be sonamanji Dola benjira sanje and barasha sanje chudan soje chanam chanjo vadu dane jasanje dage jinso jibe sanamanje Dola benjira sanje and barasha sanje chudan soje chanala chanjo vadu dane jasanje Dage jinso jibe sanamandi, dola benjira sanje ndabara. Mandala offering, concise mandala offering. So Please repeat the mantra after me now. Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasamgate Bodhi Soha. 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 So this mantra is part of the Heart Sutra. It's in the Heart Sutra. And this mantra is one of the very first original mantras, or very first mantras. According to history, sometimes these kind of long mantras are called dharanis. Tibetan word is zung, and ha is mantra, Tibetan word. For dharani is we call zung. So zung actually means that the mantra is holding your consciousness together, and zung, and so that what that means is that and our consciousness can be lost, confused, and going up and down, and due to karma, due to defilements, due to lifestyle, due to conditions of life, due to what is happening in the world, such as a pandemic, and we get very confused, and a lot of fears and uncertainty of life, strange times. So our consciousness is lost, get very difficult, scattered, and this is why the consciousness has to be protected. The mind has to be protected, and mind has to be hold together like an object. When you have some precious object, you have to hold it together until you find a safe place to put it in, like a safety deposit box or something. And so you hold together, and this is why we call a zoom. Zoom. It's not a sung, but a zoom. And Tibetan words, a lot of words are very close. The sound very similar, right? So this mantra is part of the Heart Sutra, part of Prajnapararmita Sutra. There are three great versions of Prajnapararmita Sutra. The great one is 100,000 verses. Medium Prajnapararmita has 20,000 verses. The short Prajnapararmita is 8,000 verses. And Tibetan word is Bum Tamba, Kyuni, Nichi, Getumba. 100,000 Prajnapararmita Sutra is called Bum. 20,000 Prajnapararmita Sutra is called Nichi. And 8,000 Prajnapararmita Sutra is called Jetumba. And then Heart Sutra is called Sheram Nyingbo, Essence of Wisdom. So this mantra is part of the Essence of Wisdom. Om Gatingat Paragat Parasamgat Bodhis. I would like to say just a few words about the meaning of the mantra. So first you start with Om. All the mantras, most mantras start with Om, because Om itself is the mantra. Om is one syllable, constructed three syllables, three letters together. A, U, Ma. A, U, Ma, three letters put together. A, U, Ma are the letters for the body, speech, and mind, joined together become one. So when you start the mantra with Om, you are invoking the inspiration, blessings of that particular Buddha, Om. Here we are invoking the blessings of Prajnapararmita. And as I said yesterday before the initiation, Prajnapararmita is a perfection of wisdom. The wisdom of all the Buddhas is called Prajnapararmita. And then this time, Prajnapararmita, the perfection of all the wisdom of the Buddha, appeared in a form of a goddess and goddess, right? And Devi and Dakini, or Devi, the goddess. And Prajnaparamita is also known as the mother of all the Buddhas. And because all the Buddhas obtained enlightenment through the perfection of wisdom, and this is why Prajnaparamita is known as a mother of all Buddhas. Tibetan word is Yum Chemo. Yum Chemo means great mother, or Jalyum Chemo, or Yum Chemo. And so Prajnaparamita is mother of all the Buddhas, particularly the female Buddhas. Most female Buddhas, I would say almost all of the female Buddhas, are emanation of Prajnaparamita. Female Buddhas such as Tara, Kurukula, Saraswati, and Sukhasiddhi, Machik Labdhan, and Sihamukha, and all the goddesses such as Nojima, which is Lakshmi, Durga is Dorje Demo, and so forth. So many countless Buddhas, female Buddhas, they are all emanation of Prajnaparamita. So the mantra here now meaning Om Gate Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisattva, three times, right? Om Gate Gate. First, Gate Gate is transcending our day-to-day problems and sufferings of the mind and suffering of life, and transcending and purifying. Om Gate Gate. Paragate, which is transcending our suffering of birth, suffering of old age, suffering of death, suffering of disease, suffering from pandemic and destruction, and sickness and death, samsara, korwa, in Tibetan word, korwa dunga ki gyatso. Korwa dunga ki gyatso means ocean of samsaric suffering. Is suffering of the samsara, suffering of life is very deep, like the ocean. And suffering begins from the birth until end of the life. There's endless suffering, three kinds of sufferings, and all pervasive suffering, suffering of changeability, changing nature. So there's so many different kinds of suffering. As you know, you have studied Lamrim Sutras, explains all the different types of suffering. So suffering of life, samsara, right? So Om Gate Gate means Om Gate Gate, Paragate. First one is Gate Gate, and everyday life, go beyond everyday life's problems and suffering. Om Gate Gate. Paragate is go beyond samsara, cycle of life, cycle of suffering, and karma and rebirth, and so on. Om Gate, Paragate. Parasamgate, Bodhisattva means it means to go beyond complete samsara, above the samsara, and reaching enlightenment, Buddhahood, and the body. Parasamgate, Bodhisattva. Samgate, Bodhisattva. And so go beyond beyond samsara and beyond even nirvana. And kowe donga, that in Tibetan we say. So you then try and reach enlightenment, bodhisattva. So we must become enlightened. We must think about all sentient beings. We would like to generate purest bodhicitta motivation for the sake of all sentient beings. And we would like to become body, reach body, become Buddha, and guide all sentient beings, right? So this is the rough meaning. Om Gate Gate, Paragate, Parasam Gate, body saw, body is enlightenment, to reach enlightenment. So this is wonderful mantra. So we now go to the sadhana. Those of you who have sadhana, please go to the sadhana now. We do the sadhana practice, sadhana of Prajnapararmita. There are different versions of sadhana. Here we have Namo Guru Deva Dakinebe, homage to all the gurus, devas, and dakinis, Prajnaparamita Sutra, preliminary practice. So we have a Tibetan phonetic transliteration on the left side, and then we have the English translation on the right side. And today we do the sadhana in English. I take refuge in all the holy lamas. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in all the teachings of the Dharma. I take refuge in all the members of the Sangha. I take refuge in all the holy gurus. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the teachings of the Dharma. I take refuge in the members of the Sangha. I take refuge in all the holy gurus, holy lamas. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in all the teachings of Dharma. I take refuge in all the member of Sangha. So this time, as I mentioned before, you visualize Prajnaparamita in front of you on this. You could now see when you receive Lung of the mantra, you have to imagine Lama, Guru, and Prajnaparamita as one, because you're receiving the mantra Lung from Lama, right? So that is done now. And this time you are now we're doing the sadhana practice, taking refuge. So I like to ask you to visualize Prajnaparamita in front of you. Here's the image again. And so in front of you, there's a beautiful, vast space, empty space, bluish space. Here in this space, you visualize lotus and moon and sun cushion. On top of the sun cushion, Prajnaparamita, golden color one, sitting, and she has one face, four arms, first right hand, she's holding Dorje or Vajra. First left hand, she's holding Prajnaparamita text. Second two hands are in the mudra of meditative echo pose. She's wearing beautiful jewel ornaments, crown ornaments, earrings, necklace, bracelets, silk scarf, and silk garment, and sitting cross-legged. Okay, and then behind her, there's beautiful light, aura, moonlight, sunlight, all those there in front of you. So, okay, let's do short visualization this time. So you visualize Prajnaparamita in front of you, not too far, not too close, say roughly about 5, 6, 7 feet, or maybe 10 feet maximum, in front of you, above you. Visualize face to face. She's sitting on lotus and moon and sun cushion. She has a golden color, one face, four arms. First hand is holding Dorje, golden Dorje Vajra. Second left hand, first left hand is holding Prajnaparamita Sutra. Last two hands are in the mudra of meditative echo pose, wearing beautiful jewel ornaments and silk dresses. Please visualize Prajnaparamita in front of you. So we have visualized Prajnaparamita in front of us as an object of refuge. Object of refuge. Now we generate pure motivation for the sadhana practice, and we go to the sadhana. I would like to attain enlightenment for the state of enlightenment of state of Guru Buddha quickly for the sake of all beings. For this reason, I shall practice profound sadhana of Great Mother Prajnaparamita. I would like to attain enlightenment of Guru Buddha quickly for the sake of all beings. For that reason, I shall practice profound sadhana of Prajnaparamita, Great Mother. I would like to attain enlightenment of Guru Buddha quickly for the sake of all beings. For this reason, I shall practice the profound sadhana of Prajnaparamita, the Great Mother. So this is generating bodhicitta. Sub-generation, regenerate ourselves as a Prajnaparamita instantly. Instantaneously, I arise as Prajnaparamita, light shines from at my heart, providing Mahamata Prajnaparamita from pure space of augment, who is one with the Guru, surrounded by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. All magic samans are, as a result of this invitation, the merit field appear on the cloud in space in front of me. So this time, we generate purest intention, motivation, and so also we become Prajnaparamita instantaneously. I arise. So this time you visualize yourself as a Prajnaparamita, and so you imagine yourself suddenly become Prajnaparamita sitting on the lotus and moon cushion. You have one face, four arms, and then at your heart level, there's a moon disk, a horizontal moon disk. On top of the moon disk, there is the A syllable, golden A syllable, which is the seed syllable of Prajnaparamita. On the moon disk at your heart level, visualize, while you're visualizing yourself as a Prajnaparamita, at your heart level, there's a horizontal small moon disk. On top of the moon disk, there's an A syllable. And then light, golden light arise from the A syllable, goes to all the Buddha realms, and then bringing back more lights, more blessings from the Buddhas, from the sources, enlightened sources, from the Buddhas. This golden light coming and dissolving at your heart. And at our letter, back to our letter. And you visualize yourself as a Prajnaparamita right now. You become Prajnaparamita. Visualize yourself as a Prajnapararmita. On the moon disk at your heart, there's the R letter, golden R letter. And from the R, from the golden R letter, golden light, from the golden R letter at your heart, emanating golden light, goes to all the Buddha realms, inviting all the gurus and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and inviting and dissolving into your heart. When we say Om Za, when we say Om Vajra Samanja, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dissolve into myself. As a result of invitation, the merit field appears on the cloud in the space in front of me. So golden light shining from the R letter from my heart. I myself as a Prajnapararmita. The light goes out to 10 directions to all the Buddha realms. Then all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are invited and dissolve into myself. I receive blessings and inspiration from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Guru Mahamata Sabarivarebe. I prostrate to Guru Mahamata and the 5 Dakinis, Vajra Dakini, Padma Dakini, Karma Dakini, and Ratna Dakini, 5 Dakinis. Now I make offering Om Guru Mahamata Pancha Dakini Sabara. Pancha Dakini Sabara Argam Badi Pibi Dubi Aloke Gyande Neri Shabda Badita Sawa Om Mahamata Sabara Om Ahom. Here the mudras are slightly different. This is the Kriya Tantra and not Anuttara Yoga Tantra, highest Tantra. So the mudras, we have 8 mudras. The 4 mudras are a little different. Here, Argyam, Padyam, Pushpe, Dube, Aloke, Grande, Nevinde, Shabda. But it's also Om Ahom. I go forever to the 3 jewels. I declare all my non-negative actions. I rejoice in the virtues of all migrating sentient beings. And I hold with my mind Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Buddha and Buddhahood and Bodhisattvas. So this is 7-limb practice here. I go forever to 3 jewels, right? The prostration, declaration, rejoicing, requesting teachings, and requesting the Guru or Buddha remain with us, and then dedication, dedicate the merit. These are the 7-limb practice. And then we are doing the 4 immeasurables or 4 limitless meditation. You could say 4 immeasurables or you could say limitless. Either way is fine. The Tibetan word is seme, seme-ji. Seme means limitless or measureless, no size, no limit, no measure. Seme. So we do 4 seme or 4 immeasurables. What are the 4 immeasurables or limitless? The immeasurable of love, immeasurable of compassion, immeasurable of joy, immeasurable of equanimity or equilibrium mind. These are extremely important practice, meditation, important meditation. And not only that, these are the most beautiful meditation, meditation on love, meditation on compassion, meditation on joy, meditation on equanimity. So this is beautiful. What else you need a beautiful meditation? First, meditate on love. So here the four limitless or four immeasurables. May all beings have happiness and cause of happiness. This is meditation on love. May all beings be spared suffering and cause of suffering. This is meditation on compassion. May all beings abide in the state of joy that knows no suffering. That knows no suffering. This is meditation on compassion. May all beings abide in the state of joy that knows no suffering. This is meditation on joy. So meditation on love, compassion, joy, then equanimity, equilibrium. May all beings transcend attachment to friends and aversion to enemies. So equal. There's no friend, no enemies. It's all one. Actually, everybody's friend. Everybody like loving sentient beings. Meditation on loving equanimity here. May all beings transcend attachment to friends and aversion to enemies. So normally, as an ordinary people, ordinary person, worldly person, automatically we have this kind of attitude or mind that putting labels, saying this is my friend, this is my enemy, this is my stranger to me, and this and that, all kinds of labels, right? And part of normal thinking, part of social thinking, part of the mind of the worldly person, and influenced by worldly beings. It is worldly attitudes. So you have these divisions and friends and enemies and so on and so on. So when we practice equilibrium mind, equanimity, we don't have particular friends, we don't have particular enemies. Everyone is sentient beings. And this is also a basis of bodhicitta meditation, cause of bodhicitta meditation. And last week I talked about bodhicitta meditation, 7 Mahayana cause and effect, and remembering, recognizing all sentient beings are mothers, remembering kindness of all sentient beings, repaying the kindness of all sentient beings, Mashi Tende and Tenso, and Yimungi Chamba, meditate on love, Ningje, meditate on Ningje, compassion, Mashi Tende and Tenso, Yimungi Chamba, Ningje, Laksam. Laksam is extra, additional meditation on love and compassion. Laksam and Mashi Tende Tenzo Yimu Chamba Yingji Laksam, supreme wish. Tibetan word Laksam. Lakpa means supreme. And Samba, Laksam, supreme wish. So what is supreme wish? Supreme wish is like you take responsibility. After taking Bodhisattva vow, then you take responsibility. Say, I took Bodhisattva vow, so that now I want to cherish and cultivate this bodhicitta, this precious mind, precious vow. Do not let it sort of sit there and neglected and not doing anything, and use it right away. Use it right away, and you take responsibility. Supreme wish, Laksam, which means, okay, I took vows, Bodhisattva vows, yesterday, before the initiation, or you took Bodhisattva vow before many times. You are meditating on bodhicitta and wishing bodhicitta, and actual practical bodhicitta, and now do take responsibility. Laksam, which means you are trying to do something right away, not sort of put it off. You know, oh, one day I will become Buddha. One day I wish to see all sentient beings enlightened, and so when does that happen? One day. It may not happen if you put it off. And so you say to yourself, I'm going to practice now, right now, as soon as possible, every day, 6 times or 3 times. And if not 6 times every day, meditate, or meditate 3 times a day. And then meditate on Laksam, Supreme Wish. So you say, I am going to practice right now, whatever I can. I do it. I use my body, speech, and mind. And using my body, speech, and mind for the practice. And then I could achieve the result of this. I could achieve enlightened body, enlightened speech, enlightened mind. Kaya Vaka Chitta in Sanskrit. And Kaya Vaka Chitta. Kaya is body, enlightened body. Vaka is enlightened speech. And Chitta is enlightened mind. I would like to obtain, right? So, Laksam, and in Tibetan local language, we have used called Laksam Namdak. Laksam Namdak. We say, oh, this person has a real Laksam Namdak, which means this person is a genuine. He or she has this big heart and would like to do something right away, whatever, even small, and it doesn't matter, doing something all the time, and not just sitting there thinking, wishing everybody's become enlightened. Just do something, whatever you can, supreme wish, and so now here I won't talk too much. We need to do the sadhana, go through here for limitless, like limitless love, limitless compassion, limitless joy, limitless equilibrium mind. And why it is called seme in Tibetan word, why it is called limitless, because the object of meditation on love is limitless. Sentient beings are limitless. Object of meditation on compassion is limitless, because sentient beings are limitless. The object of meditation on joy and equilibrium mind is limitless. That's why it's called for limitless. That's one way of thinking, one way of seeing it. Another, or explaining it, the meaning of for limitless or immeasurableness. Another way of explaining for limitless or for immeasurableness is the virtues and merit of this practice. The virtues of meditation on love and compassion, joy and equanimity is limitless, abundant, and immeasurable. The virtues and merit. In other words, good karma is immeasurable. It's wonderful. That's why we call limitless. Se meba. So this is Mahayana attitude. And Mahayana Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhist, Mongolian Buddhist, Russian Buddhist, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and so on and so forth. Everyone practice Mahayana Buddhist practice for immeasurable. Not only Mahayana, Hinayana or Theravadan Buddhists also practice metta, karuna, mudita, vipaka, so on and so forth. See, practice. But the way the attitude is a little different, because in Mahayana ideas, for you practice loving kindness, metta and karuna for all sentient beings, and Theravadan, Hinayana practice motivation is different, and that makes the difference. Okay, so that's enough. Now we do actual sadhana practice here. Sub-generation as a Prajnapararmita. Om Sabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Sabhava Shuddha Ham. All phenomena become empty of inherent existence. So Sanskrit word here, Om Sabhava Shuddha means Swabhava is the nature. Shuddha is voidness, emptiness. Shuddha is same as Shunyata. Swabhava, Shuddha. Sarva Dharma is all phenomena. Sarva is all. Dharma is all phenomena. Sarva Dharma. Swabhava is the nature. And Shuddham is voidness. So, Om Sabhava Shuddha, Sarva Dharma. All Sarva Dharma, true nature is Shuddho or Shuddha, the way it was always. It is always this way. And therefore, the yogin, the meditator, must understood the Sarva, must understood Sabhava Shuddha, Hum. The yogi or yogini practitioner must actualize, has to actualize this in his or her mind. Experience, not just intellectual, rational thinking, experience. Meditate, then experience. You have to feel this in your heart. You have to feel in your bones. You have to feel in your nervous system. You have to feel in your skins. You have to feel through, you have to breathe in out through your nostrils. And you have to feel through the pores of your skins. And Rangju Ju Chinjil of the soul. In Tibetan word we say Ju Chinjil of the soul, which means my mind stream, bless my mind stream. Bless my mind stream by bodhicitta. Bless my mind stream by the shunyata realization. And we say there's another Tibetan word we call Nyingkong repeating. Nying is heart. Nyingkong is inside my heart, is experience inside my heart. It's kind of like cooking inside your heart. Like, not just intellectual idea in your head, in your brain, but inside the heart, And Nyingkong, that's Tibetan word. Rupa means bones. Every bones in your body and has to feel the bodhicitta and shunyata realizations. And you can feel, in other words, from sort of today's scientific or medical term or biological and so on, you talk about neurons and DNA, and every part of your body, and neurons in your brain and DNA in your body, and conscious has to experience and will experience. It does experience because there is body mind is one, and whatever happens in your mind, it happens in your body, positive way, negative way. Whatever happens in your body, and it affects your mind, and profoundly affecting. And in terms of negativities, negative things, whatever happens in your body, mind, for example, trauma, and then affects in what happens in your body, trauma, then affects your mind. When mind is traumatized, it affects the body, triggering the different ways throughout the body, negativities. Likewise, when you do purification, meditation, sadhana practice, your whole body is transforming, become Buddha, become one with the Buddha. This is the meaning of self-generation, self-generation as Prajnapararmita. Here is the word, self-generation as a Prajnapararmita. This word is very profound. In Tibetan Buddhism, we say, dakje, dakje, dak is self. Ke means you become the deity, the Buddha. And internally become Buddha, right? So this is very unique. In Tibetan Buddhism, we have this kind of practice, self-generation. Many other traditions, they don't have this kind of visualization. They only like making supplications, praying, and to external enlightened being or God or whoever. And here in Tibetan Buddhist tradition, particularly the Vajrayana tradition, you become inseparable with the deity, with the yidam, okay, with the yidam. There's another profound word. Yidam, Tibetan word, means hard bond deity. So here, so you first you meditate on shunyata. Before you become deity, you have to visualize yourself as meditate on shunyata. Why? Because then shunyata meditation will allow you to become Buddha. And shunyata meditation means voidness, right? So you create this space and in your mind and body and voidness, and then things will happen. For example, you look at the empty sky, and then you see the clouds coming, and you see light coming, you see shadow, you see the rainbow, you can see birds are flying, you can see aeroplanes flying. Nighttime, you look at the sky, you see all the thousands, millions, and millions stars in the universe, and you see satellites, all kinds of objects flying around and gliding and floating around in the sky. All this happens because the sky is a void, empty. If we don't have realization of shunyata, our mind is very concrete. Our mind is like a compartment, like the little boxes here and there, black and white. It's like Legos, and you can't experience the deity. You can't become yidam, because you have this what do you call it? Self-centered mind, rigid mind. And our mind is very rigid and has to be loosened up. And in Mahamudra teaching, we talk about loosening your mind, like you loosen your, belt, loose and the belt, and loosen your mind, relax your mind, resting the mind in a natural state. This is how you meditate in Mahamudra. And so here we have to meditate on shunyata from this voidness. Then we arise as a Prajnapararmita. Okay, so let's go to the sadhana. From emptiness, there arise as a white palm syllable, which transforms into lotus cushion. On the center of the lotus is a white syllable, which transforms into moon disk. Upon this moon disk is golden syllable, which is actually the nature of my own mind. Light shines from the achieving the two purposes. Okay, so first you visualize white palm syllable and palm syllable. Palm syllable is initial letter, seed syllable for Padma, lotus. Then imagine there's lotus cushion. On top of that, you visualize white syllable. Syllable is the seed syllable for the moon disk. Chandra, Chand in Sanskrit, Hindi word, moon is Chand. And on top of this moon disk, then my own mind appeared as a golden syllable syllable, golden syllable is the seed syllable of Prajnapararmita. And this golden syllable is nature of my own mind, enlightened mind. And from this golden syllable, light shines. From the golden syllable, light shines. Light emanating. Light radiating. And it says here, achieving the two purposes. So I will explain this. What are the two purposes? There are two purposes. Actually, there are many purposes, but that's all included in two. So purpose of myself, purpose of others, or in other words, benefit of myself and benefit of others. Tibetan word is rangden, Dang Yende, Rangi Tun, the Yenji Tun. My own benefit. So here, here I'm practicing the sadhana for my benefit, my purpose, as well as benefit for all sentient beings. These are the two purposes. Then the light now returns. So first light shines from the golden hour, right? Then light returns. I transform into golden Mahamata Prajnapararmita, one with one face, four arms. Mahamata, Sanskrit word Mahamata means great mother. Maha is great. Mata, Mata is mother. Mata and Pita. Pita is father. Mata is the mother. Mahamata, Prajnaparamita, perfection of wisdom. I have one face, four arms. My first right hand holding a nine-spoke vajra. My left hand hold text of Prajnaparamita. My second right and left hands form the mudra of meditative echo pose. The mudra of meditation. I am radiant and bear all the auspicious signs and marks of the Buddha. So I have beautiful colors, beautiful light shining. Not only that, my body has all the auspicious enlightened marks of the Buddha. 32 major marks, 80 minor marks. So which is 32 major marks. Peje Sangpo Jiju is 80 minor marks of the enlightened body. I am wearing silk garments. As Sambhogakaya, I am adorned with precious ornaments and silken dresses. I am seated in the Vajra position. There, okay. So now visualize. Now please visualize yourself as Prajnaparamita. And while visualizing myself as a Prajnaparamita, then visualize three syllables: white syllable on the crown, red syllable at the throat, and blue syllable at white syllable Om on the crown, red A syllable at the throat, and blue Hung syllable at the heart on the moon disk. And then on top of the Hung, there's a circle. Inside the circle, you visualize golden A syllable, which is the seed syllable of Prajnaparamita. And then light shines, beautiful golden light shines from the Hung syllable at my heart chakra. And light shines, light goes out, and inviting wisdom beings, which means inviting many Buddhas. And they look like Prajnaparamita, like myself, many Buddhas, many Buddhas. So many Buddhas invited. They are all coming towards me and dissolving into myself. So there is white Om syllable at my crown chakra, red R syllable at my throat chakra, the blue Hum syllable at my heart chakra. Light shines forth from the Hum at my heart chakra, inviting wisdom beings, such as myself, and initiation deities. Om Bhaja Sama, Za, Za, Hum, Bam Ho. Om Bhaja Sama, Za, 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 Hum, Bam Ho. The wisdom beings dissolve into me and I become one with commitment beings, initiation deities, grand initiation. My crown is marked with my crown is marked by ah syllable. The offering substance becomes perfect and acceptable to the deities. Om Mahamat Argam Pad Pipi Dipi Aloke Gandhi Nivini Shabda. Actually, this is Kriya Tantra, so mudra is different. It's like this one. Om Mahamat Argam Padiyam Pushpe Dipi Aloke Gandhi Nivini Shabda. A little different. The four mudras, according higher tantra, you say Om Argam, Adi, Pipe, Dupe, Aloke, Gandhi, Nindi, Shabda. Right here, Argam, Adi, Pushpe, Dupe, Aloke, Gandhi, Nindi, Shabda. So Pushpe, Dupe, Aloke, Gandhi, four mudras in the middle, different. And most of you, I think you know, right? So then we say the praises to, here's the Tibetan praise, Tibetan transliteration, and in English translation here, Prajnapararmita is beyond speech and thoughts and beyond samsara. So why we call Prajnapararmita is beyond speech and beyond thoughts and beyond samsara? Because Prajnapararmita is the perfection of wisdom, the wisdom of all the Buddhas, which is beyond speech, which means that you cannot really put into words what is perfection of wisdom. You can only say what you can, what you can describe in our human terms. But actual real meaning is beyond that, and beyond speech, beyond thought. Same thing. We cannot really understand until you experience it. Beyond thoughts and beyond samsara, of course. It's because enlightenment state. That's why beyond samsara. Prajnaparamita, unborn and unending like space. So the perfection of wisdom is unborn. It is always perfection of wisdom, always perfect wisdom, and always there from primordial state, from beginningless, and doma in Tibetan word doma means beginningless. Doma sangye lama la kumbang on the che, and beginningless always, and unending means, of course, Prajnaparamita never ends. It's kind of like a permanent, right? Prajnaparamita is the only object of Buddha mind. As I said, nobody knows, nobody cannot put in word except Buddha. Buddha knows by himself or herself. Who else? I prostrate to the great mother of all the Buddhas of 3 times, which means Prajnaparamita is the perfection of wisdom, is cause of all the Buddhas of the past, present, future. That's why we call 3 times. So now here's the Tibetan term, the transliteration. I will chant this, and there are different melodies, and I will use one longer one. And according to church tradition, we do drumming, and while we chanting, because the Prajnaparamita is one of the most important practice of church. The essence of church is the Prajnaparamita, perfection of wisdom. Here's the visualization while we are reciting the mantra. At my heart, on the moon disk, blue hung syllable, which is marked with the golden R syllable. As I said, you visualize small golden R inside the circle above the hung. The hung is surrounded by the golden syllable of the mantra, syllables of the mantra, which stands in the clockwise direction. Light shines forth from the mantra, all realms achieving the true purpose. Myself practice the three yogic perceptions that all that I see, hear, and think is Prajnapararmita. So you visualize yourself as a Prajnapararmita, and the moon disk at your heart, you visualize blue hung syllable, and then small R syllable inside the circle above the hung. Then the hung syllable is circled by mantra, Om Gate Gate, Paragate, Parasam Gate, Bodhi Soha, golden mantra, standing clockwise. And the light shines, light goes out to all directions, light transforms to offering to all the Buddhas, and light also transform into healing light, reaching all sentient beings, serve the two purposes. And then here it says, myself practice three yogic perceptions. What are the three yogic perceptions? And three yogic perceptions are all that I see, hear, and think is Prajnapararmita. So this is the perception. So you have to, when you look around, you see everything is Prajnapararmita, and perfection of wisdom, nature of Buddha, nature of Yum Shemo, and everything is kind of like a blessed. It has the quality of Prajnapararmita, enlightened qualities. And you see the beauty of everything, the nature and so on. And has the Buddha, quality of the Buddha, perception, we call the secret outlook. Everything that I see, that I hear, the sound, for example, wind blowing through the forest is sound of Prajnapararmita, perfection of wisdom, sound like a mantra. And the bird singing, the sound of the bird singing is sound like a mantra. Or you go walk around the lake, near the creeks, you see sound of frog. Even the frog, sound of frog is mantra, like sound of Prajnapararmita. And everything that I see, hear, and think, my mind, my thoughts are become one with the perfection of wisdom. So this is very much like Zen, be here and now. right? In the present moment. Always part of the mind. Also Mahamudra. See, it's very much like Mahamudra, very much like Zen. Everything part of your mind. Okay, so we now recite mantra. Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate Bodhe So Om Gate Gate Parangate Parasam Gate no, mangate parangate parasam. Om gate parangate parasam gate bole sam gate Om gate parangate parasam. Om gate parangate parasam gate. Om gate. Om gate Om gate parangate parasam gate Om gate parangate parasam. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Om Gatenga de Baranga. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. On Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis, Om Gatenga de Baranga de Barasanga de Bolis. So, as you see in the beginning of the mantra, there's a word Deyata. Okay, so Deyata is, it usually comes in the beginning of some of the mantras from sutras or from Tantra. You don't have to say Deyata. If you say it, fine. If you don't say it, fine. What Deyata means, here is the mantra. Basically, thus, or here. Here's the mantra. So either way is fine. And also, I want to make it clear, when you said, when you chant Gati mantra, if you have a drum, church drum, you can use it. If you don't have it, that's okay. Because if you don't practice church, then you don't need a church drum, right? And if you don't practice church, if you like to use the drum, that's no problem. You can use this kind of church drum, right? Okay, we go to the Vajrasattva purification mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manbale Vajrasattva Dino Bhattistadila Me Bhavastokhe Navasubhokhem Anurakta Me Bhavasarvasiddhi Me Prayaja Sarva Karma Sutta Mitsumichane Kuriya Sadhana Vajra Mami Muncha Vajra Bhama Samaya Sattva Om Pe. Whatever mistakes I have made out of ignorance, being unable to please you, or not having ability or strength, I request you, please be patient with all of this. But dedication by the merit of this practice, may I never be separated and all my lives from the great Maha Yana Gurus who explain the correct path to enlightenment. May I accept it by my Gurus without ever being separate from them. May I enjoy the happiness of drinking the speech nectar of their teachings. As a result of this, may I accomplish renunciation, bodhicitta, realize shunyata and the 6 paramitas, and attain the 2 stages of Tantra. May I quickly attain the state of the 10 powers of Buddhahood, Vajra, Mo, the wisdom beings, return to the pure lands of Vajra Samadha, the commitment being dissolved into myself. May we have endless and effortless auspicious of the great Idam Guru, Idam Khandru, and Dharma protectors. Those activities like the precious jewel, the good vase, the wish-fulfilling cow, and the wish-fulfilling tree, fulfilling all wishes. Okay, thank you very much. And one thing I want to clear, normally, if you don't have initiation, you cannot visualize yourself as an Idam deity, but you can visualize in front of you after you receive the lung of the mantra. This one is a little bit different here because Prajnapararmita, if you don't have a lung, if you don't have initiation, just receiving lung, you can visualize yourself as a Prajnapararmita. I want to make this clear to you. Why? Because Prajnapararmita is the mother of all the Buddhas, and she's a peaceful one here, as you see. She is very beautiful, peaceful, and this energy of a great mother, very nourishing, for us. So if you visualize yourself as a Prajnapararmita, is no problem. You can, even though you haven't got the initiation. Usually particles in Tantra, you cannot visualize, especially the wrathful deities yourself, if you don't have the initiation. For example, Rathpur teaches Yamantaka, Hayagirva, Hevajra, and so on and so forth. And this is why you have to receive initiation, or you can do the long, you can do the mantras, and so you can do the front generation in front of you, that's no problem. So that's all for today. And now it's already May. Today is the May 2nd, I believe. And so this month, I will continue Lamrim next week, Bodhicitta meditation, 6 paramitas, Shunyata, and then beginning of June, from then I'm going to teach 21 Tara practice according Mahasiddha Surya Gupta's tradition. So what I will do is I will give the lung of 21 Taras. So what I'll do is one Sunday I will give lung 1 Tara, the mantra of the 1 Tara, because according Mahasiddha Surya Gupta tradition, each Tara has different mantras. It starts like Om Tari Tu Tari Tu Saha, and then that particular mantras, different mantra, and then different description and images and so on. And I will explain the visualization. We do the visualization. After I give the lung, then we sing. One of my student, her name is Yoko. Yoko is a beautiful lady, and she has a most beautiful voice. And Yoko will sing the mantra, chant the mantra after each Tara practice. So we start in June, and it will be, the information will be on our website, gardenforthewest.org, gardenforthewest.org, okay? Garden, G-A-D-E-N. Some people get mixed up with garden. Not garden, it's gardenforthewest.org. You go to the website, we will then post it, the sadhana of 21 taras, the mantras. Also, you please go to Buddha Weekly. Buddha Weekly has lots of teachings, of my teachings, and there will be 21 Tara melody, 21 Tara sadhana teachings will be promoted at Buddha Weekly, and then Yoko's chanting of the mantras will be also, it's already, I think, on Buddha Weekly. So please go to buddhaweekly.com. Okay? This time, if you have any questions, you're most welcome.
Okay. Oh, Holly Stocking asks, what is Vajra Mu?
Vajramu. Vajramu is a Sanskrit word, means, you do this mudra like this, Vajramu, which means take off. Take off. In Canada, we use the word take off a, means I'm going now, and take off a. So let's go. And in Australia, they have an expression, buzz off, mate, buzz off, mate. So actually, I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. It is, that's the real meaning. Vajramu means the deity, now please return to your natural abode. Now we are done. Thank you very much. Please go to return to your abode. And I go back to daily life, resume my other activities. Vajramu means just go, please return.
Good. Take it and go.
Vajramu.
And Chris Norman asks, what particular energy are we emanating out to sentient beings as Prajnapararmita?
What particular energy?
Yes.
That's a good question. Chris have good questions.
Mm-hmm.
And from Lake Superior. And you live in Lake Superior. That's why very special place. And lake, one biggest freshwater lake in the world. The biggest freshwater lake in the world. Amazing, eh? Samudra. And anyway, what kind of energy we are sending out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're sending perfection of wisdom. We're sending out perfection of wisdom. What else? What else we send? This is the most beautiful thing that we're sending, because the world needs wisdom. World is suffering due to ignorance. There's so many ignorance in the world. And you see confusions, ignorance, and politics, oppressions, discrimination, and this and that, all the problems, suffering, pandemic, all this starts from lack of understanding of cause and effect, and starts from the ignorant, right? So world need more wisdom, perfection of wisdom, balance, perfect wisdom. The world need. So we're sending out the energy of the perfect wisdom. Thank you.
So Chris says that was actually Cameron's question.
Okay, well, Cameron and the question. Cameron's question becomes Chris's question. Chris's question becomes Cameron's question. It's the same question. Yabiyum question. Very good question.
Okay. Martin Boyle asks, Rinpoche, could you explain the difference between commitment and wisdom being?
Commitment being and wisdom beings?
Yes.
Okay, commitment being, that's also a very good question, Martin. Thank you very much. Good question from Down Under. And so when we do the sadhana of the deity, and there's commitment being, wisdom being, and there are actually three beings, more than two beings. Commitment being, wisdom being, and also so we in Sanskrit we say sattva. Being is called in Sanskrit sattva. So you have samaya sattva, jhana sattva, and samadhi sattva. Samadhi sattva, three sattvas, three beings. What we call commitment being, wisdom being, concentration being, three beings. You have to become three beings altogether as one. So you sit down, do Prajnapararmita Sutra, Sadhana. So then when you visualize yourself as a Prajnaparamita, you are the commitment being, because you have the commitment. You receive the initiation. Now you have a commitment to do the practice. You are visualizing yourself as a Prajnaparamita. And then you become a commitment being, okay? Sanskrit, English word is commitment being. And Sanskrit word is samaya sattva. Tibetan word, don't forget, Tibetan word is tamsik simba. Simba sumsik, Tibetan word, simba sumsik, tamsik simba. Tingin is simba, ishi simba. See, very nice word, beautiful word, right? Sanskrit word, samaya sattva, jhana sattva, and samadhi sattva. Okay, so you become commitment being, samaya sattva, tamsik simba in Tibet. Then wisdom being is you send light from your heart, light goes out to the Buddha realms, then inviting Prajnaparamita, okay, inviting, descending to you, dissolving to you. That's the wisdom being. coming from the actual Pure Land, from the wisdom sources. That's the wisdom being. Okay. Jnana Sattva in Sanskrit, Tibetan word is Yeshi Samba. Yeshi Samba. Okay, you remember that. Yeshi, like Lama Yeshi. Yeshi Samba. Now, third one is Samadhi Sattva, concentration, being. And the Tibetan word is Tingin Samba. So what is concentration being? So you sitting here, visualize yourself as a Prajnapararmita, and then at your heart, on the moon disk, you visualize Hung syllable with A inside the dot circle. That is the seed syllable at your heart. That is the concentration being. This is where you concentrate most of the time. Everything comes from the heart, go back to the heart to heart, right? Speaking from your heart. Okay. And in English, we say, bless your heart, my dear. And I'm speaking from my heart. I'm not talking from my head. I'm a genuine, I'm talking from my heart. In Hindi, we say, मैं दिल की बात कर रहा हूँ. मैं is me. दिल की बात कर रहा हूँ. I'm speaking from my heart. Nghe ning thakwa ni shigiyo in Tibetan word. Nghe ning thakwa ni keji shigiyo. I'm talking from my heart. So you concentrate your heart. That's the samadhi. Concentration starts from the heart. Okay? The Hung syllable is a concentration, being. It is consciousness. Therefore is being. Therefore is being. Okay. So this is the three beings. Three sattvas. In Tibetan words, three simpa. Simpa sumsik. Okay. Good. Thank you very much.
Good. We have lots of questions. Somebody by the name of Junior Coconut Kiwi asks, Rinpoche, is it okay to use perfection of wisdom in daily life, not only during practice? I'm a new learner. Thank you.
Perfection of wisdom to use?
Yeah. How do you use perfection of wisdom in daily life?
How to use?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big question. How to use perfection of wisdom? Well, the question is, first, do you have a perfection of wisdom? Have you got the realization? It's like you're saying, how do I use the samurai sword? Well, you have to have samurai sword first, right? And then you have to find out how to use it. Okay. Or you don't have samurai sword, but maybe better not have sword first and learn how to use it, then get the sword. Otherwise, it could be dangerous, right? And or maybe small, short samurai sword, and use it in the corridors. If the sword is too long, it gets stuck in the corridor. That's why those samurai guys got two swords, short one, long one. Anyway, nobody will walk around with samurai sword these days, and it's illegal, right? Anyway, so the question is, your question is good. How do we use this perfection wisdom? But in order to use, you have to obtain it first. So this is why you have to meditate first. So you have to do the sadhana, prajnapararmita, then trying to cultivate perfection of wisdom. The other thing is you have to meditate on it, develop realization of shunyata. And you go study Lamrim, practice shunyata, do meditation on analytical meditation, single pointedness meditation. So what you need to do is you need instructions how to do the meditation on perfection of wisdom, shunyata. You need to go to the teacher. You need to go to your guru, get specific advice, one-to-one, oral transmission. We say in Tibetan, Lame Dhamma. Dhamma means oral teaching. You have to get from the teacher. And then teacher will give you instructions how to meditate on perfection of wisdom. Then you go and meditate until you get the realization or glimpse of realization. And then you can use for all sentient beings. Otherwise, at this point, if you don't have the perfection of wisdom, your intention is good. And, you can use wisdom, but not a perfection of wisdom. Because there's a difference between wisdom and perfection of wisdom, right? Perfection of wisdom is more advanced.
Good, thank you.
Sure.
Excellent. Stephen Tang asks, Rinpoche, nirvana is emptiness and it is the ultimate truth. The mantra says going beyond samsara and nirvana. What is beyond nirvana?
What is beyond nirvana?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond nirvana is enlightenment, Buddhahood.
Mm.
Beyond nirvana is Buddhahood. So nirvana, when we talk about nirvana, is arahut. You reach the state of Sravaka arahut, Pracheka arahut. In Tibetan word is Nyerang Dajomba, Rangyal Dajomba, Nyintu da Rangyal Dajomba. Tibetan word Nyintu, Rangyal, you know Stephen, you know Tibetan very well. So Nyintu is a particular one, hearers, and Rangyal is the self-liberating, the Hinayana is, 2 arhats. And when they reach nirvana, that's called nirvana, right? And beyond nirvana is nirvana is enlightenment, complete enlightenment, Buddhahood, Sammasambuddha.
Good. Oya asks, in Prajnapararmita retreat, do we make 1 torma for Prajnapararmita and 5 for the dakinis?
Well, that depends on how you do that. If you do only Prajnaparamita retreat and do only Prajnaparamita Sutra and not Sutra Sadhana, then you only need 1 torma, the golden torma, like one we have here on the altar. And if you combine with the 5 dakini sadhana, you first do Prajnaparamita sadhana, then 5 dakini sadhana, then yes, you need 5 tormas as well. 5 tormas dedicated for 5 dakinis.
Thank you. Amanda asks, the sadhana says Prajnaparamita comes from the pure space of Ogman. Can you please tell us a bit about Ogman?
Okay, Ogman is actually in English it sounds a little bit funny. Ogman is not Ogman. It's actually Tibetan word Omen. You have to say soft. Omen, 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 Omen. So Omen is Tibetan word. Sanskrit word is Akinishta, Pure Land. Akinishta, Akinishta, Pure Land. Is see, min is negative word, Sanskrit, Tibetan, and Sanskrit word anytime there's atma, this, that, it's a negative word. Akinishta means Omen means it is the highest place, Sapphire. There is the highest, and it is never being below, and there is nothing above. In other words, there's nothing above this Pure Land, never been below. It's highest. Sapphire, highest Pure Land, and Akinishta Pure Land. The Tibetan word Omen. So there's another word we say Omen Tukpuka. So Omen Tukpuka, which is actually, according teachings, all the Buddhas of the past, present time, all the Buddhas enlightened in Akinishta Pure Land, including Shakyamuni Buddha. And so we talk about Shakyamuni Buddha enlightened under the Bodhi tree, under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya. That is 2. And this is the how Buddha showed to us and his enlightenment. But also at the same time, Buddha himself enlightened in the Akinishta Pure Land. So here you are inviting Prajnapararmita from the Akinista Pure Land, from the old wind.
Wonderful. Thank you. Dale McDonald asks, is there a particular beneficial time of the day to recite the mantra?
Anytime, day, night, anytime is a good time. There is no time that you cannot do the mantra or should not do. And anytime. Only thing is like when your mind is not working, and then end of the day you're very tired, and then you're trying to do the mantra, you're falling asleep, and then it takes twice, long, 2-3 times, takes so long, right? You go around a circle. Oops, I made mistake. I said the wrong, skipped one word. Then it's not so good. Just go to bed and then get up early and do the mantra. Otherwise, if you're awake all the time, and it doesn't matter, any time is good time. Why I say anytime is good time? Because mantra is always blessing your consciousness, stream of your mind, all the time. And the vibration of the mantra, energy mantra, is always there with you. And it permeates, goes out, and blessing. That's why it's good time. Good always. There's no particular times that don't do it.
I think that's all.
All right,
today.
good. That's very good. Thank you so much. So see you next Sunday. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you.